It's the middle of June, the sun's been shining all day, and today I'm going to show you how to cook a tomahawk steak on the barbecue. So these are coming to fashion recently. You see them on lots of restaurant menus, but actually we're starting to see them in supermarkets as well because people want to try cooking them at home. It's a little bit daunting. It's essentially just a big ribeye with the bone left on. So some people think, oh, where am I going to put it? In the kitchen? You might want to try and do it in the oven or whatever, but the barbecue is the perfect tool to cook it because you want to get super high heat so you can sear it either side, and then we're going to have the coals on one side, some space on the other, and we're going to start it direct, but then we're going to finish it indirect, which means we're going to cook it off the coals, put the lid on the barbecue, turn it into a bit of an oven and cook it to perfection. The first thing we need to do is to get the barbecue lit. Now this piece of kit is called a chimney starter. It's probably the best thing you could possibly invest in if you're going to have a charcoal barbecue. All it is a cylindrical piece of metal with a few holes in it and a cage at the bottom underneath. You put your coals in the top, you light a fire underneath. This is just an eco fire lighter. It's essentially just straw covered in wax. Just give that a quick light. As soon as that gets going, help it along a little bit. I'm going to just drop that on top of there. Give it 20 minutes. All those coals will be white, super hot and ready to go. And all I need to do is pick this up, pour it into one half of the barbecue, and then I'll have a perfect, super hot searing grate ready for this steak to go onto. We're also going to make sure that we've got some space at the other side so that we can move the steak off the heat once it's seared, put the lid on and cook it indirectly. So whilst that's cooking, I'm going to make a really basic coleslaw, which is healthy. It's the middle of the week, I've just been to the gym, I don't want to be eating lots of mayonnaise, so there's something alternative to mayonnaise, which we're going to use zero fat yogurt and a little bit of horseradish as well, because obviously we're eating beef and it gives it a nice, it complements beef perfectly. So we're going to make a horseradish coleslaw. So I'm going to take a white cabbage, cut that into nice thin strips, a red onion, probably half a red onion, okay, and you end up with nice chunky bits of carrot as well. Okay, so a couple of spoons of yogurt in there. Just use the last of this up. Horseradish. Just want to just coat it, give it that extra bit of flavour. Bit of salt and pepper. Bit of colour. Flames are starting to poke through now. I can see that it's 2/3 white, so I'm going to tip this in here now. The reason I'm going to put it in now is because what I want to do is just use the flame. Okay, I'm just going to allow that to cook off for a few minutes. It will all be white very shortly, but I never ever clean my griddle. It's well seasoned, as you can see, it's black, and the reason for that is it becomes non-stick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is allow the heat to warm that up. I've got a wire brush somewhere here, and I'm just, as it heats up, just clean off any the excess bits of fat that have been left from previous cooking. Get the griddle nice and clean. Okay, so the coals are very nearly ready now to cook on, so I'm going to prep the steak. It's been sat at room temperature for about an hour now, so it's really important you don't cook it straight out of the fridge, okay, because otherwise the internal temperature is going to be much less than the external. So you leave it to rest. It means it's gone quite limp like this. Okay, so a little bit of rapeseed oil. I tend to use rapeseed oil because it's got a high heating point. Loads and loads of salt and pepper. It's really important not to mess around. You've got a lovely piece of meat here. You don't want to be putting loads of flavour onto it. Literally, steak, all it needs is salt and pepper. So I just put more than you ever think you need. If you think you put enough, you probably haven't. Just keep putting more on. Don't be shy with it. You're eating a big piece of steak at the end of the day, don't worry about the salt. Take it up and just drop it straight onto that heat. That's going to sit there for maybe 2 minutes on the one side, like so. Season. Now we're just going to flip this over. Just do the other side. A nice bit of charring on there, the fat's starting to render down. Right, so now I'm just going to take this nicely seared steak, move it off the heat. Move these away as well, otherwise there'll be nothing left of them. This is a temperature probe. I'm going to pop this into the thickest part of the meat I can find. So that's probably straight down the middle there. Now, currently that's reading 23°C inside. Lid on now, and wait until we get that steak to temperature. See, we've hit the 58 degrees internal temperature, so that's ready to come off. Bit of ash flying around, never hurt anybody. Right, so I'm just going to take the steak with my hands, because drop it onto there, remove the probe. It's a little bit hot. Okay, that's for another 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to cover it with some foil. Make sure we don't lose any of that heat. Get a couple of layers. Okay, so that's been resting for around about 10 minutes. Give me time to prepare, get the rest of the bits and pieces together. I've got some potatoes that I just chucked in the oven, the coleslaw's here, a little bit of salad, got the roasted courgettes. But this is now ready to carve. This is cooked to absolute perfection. A little bit of tomato juice just to give it a little bit of acidity.